Hi friends, my partner is right here. I feel a little weird about it. I haven't recorded one of these videos in their presence before, I don't think. A full one? Oh, I guess that's true. The reviews from our Chicago trip. I'll link the Chicago reviews up here for funsies. Or up here. As of the time of recording this video, we have like 2750 subscribers. So we're gonna celebrate 2750 subscribers and we're gonna do a Q&A. Hi friends, my name is Katharine Quinn. I am a 30-something living in New York City and working on Broadway. Last year I worked on Shucked and How to Dance in Ohio. This season I am working on The Great Gatsby. I also just finished up Ride at the Old Globe in San Diego. And we're gonna do a Q&A. This is actually part 2 of a Q&A. If you missed the first part, I'm gonna link it up here. I did a community Q&A to celebrate 2,500 subscribers, except as of the time of recording this video, we have like 2,750 subscribers. So we're gonna celebrate 2,750 subscribers, which by the time this is published, will hopefully be even higher. Okay, I don't know this person's name, just their handle. Habigello asked, if you could direct any show right now, what would it be and why? A Little Night Music. I love that show. I also, maybe You're in Town. I got to choreograph You're in Town a couple of years ago and it's just the perfect show to do right now, but I think I'm gonna stick with A Little Night Music. I love that score. I just think it is sumptuous and delicious and amazing. It's my favorite Sondheim score, hot take, I know. Weekend in the Country is perfect. I really want to direct a production outdoors. If you have a theater and you want to do night music and have a crazy, fun, somewhat immersive outdoor production, give me a call. Not a question, love your content, and thank you for bringing us along behind the scenes. That's the best. That's why I do this. If you are new here, and even if you're not, friendly reminder, I'm trying to create the content that I wish that I could have had as a high schooler. A life in theater was not even within my wildest dreams as a high school student. Jobs that I've had in theater have been dance captain, associate music director, keyboardist, sub-keyboardist, director choreographer, performer, writing associate, writing assistant, running social media. So like so many jobs that A, didn't exist because social media was like not a thing when I was in high school. I mean, barely. And also I did not understand the hundreds and thousands really of people that it takes to run a Broadway show. And I am trying to share as much behind the scenes. It's a very gate-kept industry and I am trying to bring you all in. So if there's any particular behind the scenes you want to see, leave a comment. Any thoughts on Ride that you didn't get to tell in your video? I for one really appreciate the set changes since the UK. Okay, Ride is the show that I just finished out at the Old Globe. It is a beautiful 2-woman musical. The score is so good. There's a recording from the London production. It's on Spotify. Listen to it. It's just such a treat of a show. 90 minutes, 2 women, feminist, queer divinity. It's just musical comedy. It's so lovely. I really I love the piece. And it got like a sort of like expansive upgrade for this production. So it came over from London. It had had multiple productions there. And so everything sort of just got to be bigger. Set changes since the UK. Any thoughts on Ride that I didn't get to tell in my video? I hope it has more life in the US. I suspect it will. I am really excited for the Sapphics to find it here because I am a queer woman. And we Sapphics tend to find, like, I mean, I grew up on like breadcrumbs of queerness in TV. My wonderful partner is a fan of A League of Their Own, as I am as well. I know that there's like an entire culture of humans who follow that show because Sapphics yearn, Sapphics do the fandom thing. I don't know, we're just really good at the fandom thing. So I'm very excited to like connect that community with Ride here in the US. I think it's happened more in the UK. It hasn't happened here as much and I'm ready for it to. This is from Uniquely Sarah. How long does a new show have to be doing well before they make a cast album? It's a really great question. I've worked on 4 Broadway shows. All of them have recorded cast albums. The first 3 had shortish runs of under a year. Yeah, Tootsie was under a year, How to Dance was only a couple of months, Shucked was like 10 months, and Gatsby right now is TBD. But all of them have recordings. Most every Broadway show anticipates making a cast recording. Oftentimes, I think it's factored into the initial capitalization, the initial budget of the show. A lot of the time it's timed to like certain press events or Tonys or, you know, moments that like help elevate the show. It's rarer for shows to get recordings out of town, although I feel like that's starting to change and I'm really glad that's starting to change. I'm a big proponent of showing the show before you see it. Not the surprises, but just like letting people know what they're paying for. And for me, part of that is sharing the music and letting people fall in love with the show. So for Broadway shows, like 90 to 95% of the time, I think that metric's about accurate. 90, you'll get the album. 95, yeah, I think that's real. Out of town, less frequent, but starting to be more frequent. And I think that's smart. This is from Tata Fala. Is there a new/fully original story that you would like to become a Broadway musical? Is there a new or fully original story? Like, do I have an original idea for a musical? I mean, there's a lot of people I really want to collaborate with and like get those people like produce and get those people on a project together, and I'm very game for it to be original material. That said, it's a lot harder to market original material. But yeah, I don't know. Is that what that question means? If you're Tata Fola, leave a comment down below. You're effing awesome and you set a standard that we all should aim for. That is very, very kind. That's very kind. Thank you. I am genuinely doing my best. Which is all we can do. I'm wanting to get into backstage/rehearsal photography. Who books that? Press teams, we love our press teams. When you look at a Broadway playbill, you look at that front cover, you look at that title page, one of those lines in that chunk down at the bottom is gonna be press. Go to their website, find the email that you can email on the press team, shoot them an email. Works that way. Also, now that I am booking events and doing influencery things and social media things, whatever, I've had photographers just cold email me, and also I have had photographers offer to do an event for free in the hopes that there will be continued work down the road, just sort of like as a one-off or like in exchange for tickets to see the show or something like that, which, listen, there's so much to say about freelance pay and people being paid their worth, and there's lots of feelings there, but that is a method that I have seen used successfully. Love watching your journey. You're doing an amazing job. Thank you. I needed this today. What is it like to be a Broadway social media manager without an agency supporting you? If you've watched this vlog, you've watched a lot of my hemming and hawing because it's been really challenging, and I'm not gonna gloss over that. I am working with the most collaborative people on the planet. The cast and creatives of Gatsby have been amazing. They've been so generous with me. They've been so game to play. They have seen the power of social from paper mill. It's been incredible. Building an agency in real time is really hard. If you are new here, it was not my plan to start working in social media on Broadway. I'm thrilled it's happening. I'm a director choreographer, and I also happen to make content. And here we are. Those things sort of converged into like producing / directing, choreographing / social media management for Broadway shows. And it is me, and I have a part-time associate, and then I have some freelancers, and that's it right now. If you've been following at BOA Gatsby, if you're not, what are you doing? If you are, we post a lot of content. We have shared a lot of content. We have produced a lot of content. This is not a Broadway social media agency that captures what already exists. We create a ton of bespoke content that's performing really well, and I love cultivating the fandom, but it's really hard. And doing it in the machine that is Broadway, that has already been established and has been running a certain way, even with social media, has been a great challenge. That said, a lot of the buy-in that I felt I was lacking 4 months ago, that's shifted a lot. Like, I feel like there's much more confidence, there's much more comfort. Do I still encounter hurdles? I do. But also, I feel like we got over the opening Gatsby hump, and so it feels like we're moving into a new phase there, maybe. Running social media without a full agency has been hard. Yep. But I'm grateful. I love it. I love it. I really do. You have my dream job. How do I get started in the industry? Trying to find internships, but cry face. Internships. I mean, again, look at the title page of the playbill, find the line that says social media or digital media or whatever. Look at what that company is. Go to that company's website. Make sure you're following them on social media. Find out who's working at that company. Don't annoy people. Be respectful. I'm not assuming that you would, just saying. Go to their website, find the contact, send your information. Send it again 3 months later, send it again 6 months later. I have started getting lots of wonderful inquiries from people who are interested in working with me, which is a miracle and amazing. Sometimes my head is just spinning, working on a million things, and it's not that I don't want to respond to that person or that I don't want to work with them, it's just not the right time. And then sometimes people catch me at the perfect right moment. One of the freelancers I'm working with right now just caught me at the perfect moment, and we have literally been working on projects every single day, basically, for the past month and a half. So it's all about timing. So just keep, all of our inboxes are insane. I'm only on one account right now, well, two. I was on Ride doing social media there as well, and Gatsby. And my inbox, I mean, I get dozens of emails and have dozens of meetings and whatever. So like, there's just like, so imagine that, but like an agency that's got like 8 accounts. It's a lot to field through, but you got this. It's the best. I'm gonna say this is the last one. Love your content. What is your dreamiest dream job? My dream job is to bring live streaming, like proper live streaming infrastructure to Broadway. My second dreamiest dream job is probably then to be a Broadway producer, but only when it makes financial sense. And if it doesn't, then I literally don't want to be a Broadway producer. In which case, I think I'm just gonna keep doing the thing that I'm doing now, which is like listening very hard to my gut and saying yes to things that excite me and saying no to things that don't. Even if my little intellectual brain will be like, but that could do good things for you down the road. My gut has been so spot on so far. I've gotten really big job opportunities that I've turned down because I was like, that's just not right. I'm not gonna do it. And then I've said yes to things that it was like, that was never part of the plan. Is that exciting to me? Yeah, that's really exciting. This whole Gatsby situation has just been a constant yes and exercise. It's been great. Okay, friends, I'm so happy that you're here. I can't believe there's 2750 of us, maybe more by the time you watch. As always, I invite you to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Katharine Quinn. If you have other questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. I try to be as transparent as humanly possible. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, it means so much to me if you click like, comment, subscribe. Your engagement is what lets the YouTube algorithm know what wonderful people to push these videos out to. People like yourself, I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.